What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mac's Grill Shack. My name is Shane, and today I'm excited to say we are firing up a new to me offset smoker. That's right, a real stick burner this time, and we're gonna break it in by making some ribs. So let's go. All right, folks, here it is, my new to me offset smoker. This is locally built, small company, Bulldog Barbecues. This is their 1000 series offset smoker. It's got a little over 1,000 square inches of cooking surface, and it's got two pull-out sliding racks. As you can see, it has been used before. I picked this up for a good deal. I couldn't pass on. And obviously, wanting to get a good quality offset has always been something I want to do. And it's made out of 1/4 inch steel, so it's heavy duty. Got our firebox on the side here. Got our side door. We even got airflow damper over here. And yeah, pretty simple construction. It's not very big, so it's going to be probably a little harder to control than a larger size unit. I think I did the math on it. It's probably something like a 30-gallon. So obviously not very big, but it's big enough to do what I need. But I'm excited to get this thing fired up and get our ribs smoking. So let's do that. I haven't done anything to these guys yet. Simply pulled them out of the cryovac and give them a quick pat dry with some paper towels. And just going to see if there's any loose bits here we need to trim up, which there usually is. So as typical, anything sticking up, any of these loose little bits flapping around that are going to burn up on us, we just want to remove. One sec. If you don't have yourself a bug assault gun, I do highly recommend. That thing is awesome. I've killed many a fly with that guy. Okay, that looks good to me, and because I typically do, I am going to remove the membrane on the back here. You know the drill here. There's a knife, get it going, grab a piece of paper towel, and pull it back. Super easy. I do find that letting the ribs come up to room temperature a little bit more does help the membrane to come off versus when they're really cold. So I usually pull them out, let them rest out for 15 minutes or so at least, and then this membrane seems to come off quite a bit easier. And for these ribs, going super simple. Normally I'm going to do certainly more than this, but just going salt and pepper. I really want to taste the offset in its purest form. So just salt and pepper going on now. I may do some spritzing. We'll see how it goes. Kind of play it by ear. Maybe try one, not the other. Play around a little bit. But as far as seasoning goes, we're just going to go salt and pepper. And I'm going to start on the back side here. Since we did remove that membrane, we will get some flavor penetration there on the bone side. So just got some kosher salt here. Give it a nice liberal seasoning. Get our edges here. You eat all sides, so you season all sides. Alright, that looks good there. Give it a little pat in. Plenty of moisture on these ribs. Binder's certainly not required there for getting it to stick. The salt's also going to pull out a little moisture while it rests and really help that pepper to bind on after. So I go salt first here. All right, there we go, kosher salt. Got some coarse ground black pepper here. Flip this back over. And hit it with some pepper. We're gonna flip. One last coating here. And we'll be ready to get our offset smoker fired up. All right, nothing complicated there. Salt and pepper. Gonna let these sweat out for a little bit here, and meet you over at the offset when we get her fired up for the first time. And I'm gonna make sure my stack damper is all the way wide open. Gonna open my door here, and I'm gonna start off like same way a lot of guys do. Gonna get a little charcoal bed going in there with the chimney starter, and then I've got some small splits of oak here. I know this isn't very big, so I'm not gonna need big logs. It's also scorching hot out today, so going to give this a go. It's my first cook on it, so we're gonna play it by ear and see how she goes. I do also plan to connect my Fireboard 2 temp gauge on there, just so I get a good idea of my temperature on both racks. I'm going to try a rack on each just to see how they cook and compare. And yeah, excited. Let's get going. There we go. So fire going. And I'm just going to add two splits here. Just going to leave this open for another minute yet. Make sure we got good combustion here, and close our lids down. Once we get up to temp, get those ribs on. All right, as you can see, we got our oak splits fully combusted now, burning clean. So I'm going to go ahead, shut these doors down, and start coming up to temperature. Let's toss these ribs on. And I'm going to go with the thicker bone side towards our heat on the firebox side. But looks good to me. Let's shut her down and follow along as we get our first cook going on the new offset. Okay, so we've been cruising along here for about an hour now. Right now, we're reading 250 on the tell-true. My upper grate right now that's closer to the firebox is reading about 325. Bottom grate back is reading just over 250. So I'm getting a pretty big discrepancy there, but kind of averaging it out, going by this as well. I'd say we're averaging 250, 275. Been preheating my little splits here. I keep one inside there as well so that it combusts nice and easy when I toss it in. These little splits are needing to be topped up probably every 10-15 minutes at this point. So I've been kind of playing around here, just working on fire management, seeing what works best, how much wood I need. what works best for a clean smoke. So yeah, about an hour now, and I think we're doing pretty good. Take a quick peek. I don't think there's much to see here. Getting a little bit of color on there, but other than that, just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Play around with the fire, try to keep a nice clean burn going, and try to keep that 250, 275 rocking here. See what we're looking like. Kind of going for a little TP style method here, trying to make sure there's some decent airflow, good combustion. Got a larger split kind of preheating inside there, and I got the little guys preheating on top to maintain those temps. But so far so good. Okay, we're right at the 2-hour mark here. Cruising just over 250. I think what our next step here is, I'm gonna give these guys a rotation. We're getting some good color here. A little darker certainly on this end. So give these a quick turn here. Same with this guy. There we go. I gotta push this one back a little bit, or the dome probe's gonna hit it. So we'll just close that back down. Keep on cruising. All right, it's been about half an hour since we flipped our meat around here, one side to the other. But now what I'm gonna do is flip it so we're bone side up. Just gonna grab the ribs here, getting some nice color there. Coming along quite good, I believe. Yeah, just gonna give these a quick flip around. Go bone side up here for a little bit. We're starting to get pretty tender here already. I don't think we're gonna have a lot more time to go on this cook here. Maybe another hour or so. We'll see. I don't see any need for a spritz. Plenty of moisture there. So we're gonna shut her down, keep cruising, and check back in a little bit. Okay, we are now at the 3-hour mark. Let's take a peek. Get lots of juices sitting on this bone side here. Moisture is not an issue. This thin end here after I rotated it last time is looks like it's cooking pretty quick here. So I'm going to go ahead and flip these back around. Some nice color on there. We're getting pretty close here, I think. Give these a quick temp here in a moment. Once again, tons of juices in there. Hate to lose them. Getting some nice color. Get these down here. And while we got her open, I'm going to give it a quick temperature check here. Yeah, reading basically at 200 there, 200 there. Yeah, these are looking pretty done. Still seems a little bit tight though, honestly. So I'm gonna let this go for just a little bit more here. Let's give this bottom one a check. 180. 185. I think what I will do while I'm open is actually switch these around. Not surprisingly, it seems to run a little bit hotter up top. So let's put these down here. Switch these ones up top. And let's cruise for a little while. Maybe another 20 minutes. We'll check back in, see how we're looking. Okay, we are right at the 3.5-hour mark. I believe we're looking done. Gonna open up here, take a check. Looking good. Let's throw a thermopen at it. $1.99. Definitely feeling tender. 200 there. This bottom rack. Also feeling very tender. Hitting 200 there. 202. Yeah, I think we're time to come out. If I take a look at my probes here, they actually, in the beginning of the cook, they were pretty far out from one another. They seem to get quite a bit more consistent throughout the cook, maybe 15-degree difference in the end, which is nice. There you go, nice color on those ribs. And gonna take these over back on the table and give them a foil wrap to rest in. I'll meet you over there. Okay, we got our ribs back on the board here. Looking pretty good, smells awesome. Simple salt and pepper, so nothing crazy. All that color is right from the smoke. Nice and tender. I got some foil here, so I'm gonna wrap these up and do kind of a hot rest, if you will, for a little while here. So just gonna turn this meat side down so it can kind of rest in its own juice as it sits there. Just gonna fold this over, tuck it nice and tight. No butter, nothing. I just want the purest form of this rib for one of these racks here. Although the second rack here, I decided last minute I'm going to throw a little sauce at it and just rest it in the sauce here as well. And I got a bottle of Meat Mitch Womp sauce, so just going to lay some of this down on the foil. There we go. Gonna roll this a little bit in it, make sure we're all nicely coated. Looks good to me. Maybe I'll slather a little on the back side here too, why not? There we go. We'll get this wrapped up nice and tight. All right, nothing to it. We're just going to let these rest out on the board here for probably a half hour or so. It is a scorching hot one today, so I'm not too worried about it. They'll stay hot for a while, and we'll meet you back when we open these up, slice on in, give them a taste. Okay, our ribs have been resting for a solid half hour now, and it's time to dive on in, give them a try. So I'm going to set off the sauce ribs over to the side here, and first things first, I want to try the salt and pepper smoke ribs, nothing else. I want to taste that offset flavor. So let's pull this out, set that rack down. Nice color, I'm not going to complain about that there. Nice and tender. First food off of the Bulldog offset smoker, and like I said, I'm definitely excited. I think the cook went pretty well. Definitely kind of learned as I went along in a few regards. Fire management obviously being the big thing, and definitely more work than the old Traeger or PK grills, but I'm sure that the flavor is going to pay off in that regard. And if you enjoy doing it as much as I do, then it really isn't work. It's just kind of playing around with fire and making good barbecue. So get these all sliced up here.
All right, let's flip these over.
There we go. All sliced up. I'm gonna grab one of these nice center ones here. Good looking rib to me. Still nice and juicy, even though we really added nothing to this. We didn't even spritz. Just gave it a foil wrap rest for about half an hour. And let's go. For nothing but salt and pepper. Clean bite through there. As you can see, it came right off the bone. I'm not mad at that. That is a good rib. Really good. I was a little worried that the smoke flavor is going to be pretty intense. I didn't burn the cleanest fire, admittedly. Obviously, I'm just learning on it right now, so it is what it is. But I might have done better than I thought, because that is not overpowering in any regard smoke-wise. Nice, clean flavor. Simple salt and pepper. But one tasty rib. I just want to sit back and crush this whole rack right now. Okay, and now for our second rack, same salt and pepper seasoning. Rested in Meat Mitch Womp sauce. Looks gorgeous, of course, there. Nice and saucy. And let's cut on into these bad boys and give them a go. Okay, and here is our other rack, sauced up with our Meat Mitch Womp sauce. Looking good to me, but time to give her a taste test. It's good to me. Let's take a bite. Cooked pretty damn good, if you ask me. Nice clean bite through, comes off the bone nice and easy, but it's not falling apart on me. Nice little bit of zip from that Womp sauce. Haven't had that sauce in a minute. It's good. Yeah, that's a good rib. That's a good rib. Well, for the first go on the new Bulldog offset, new to me. I think it went pretty good. I'm excited. There's definitely a bit of work. These cooked pretty quick. Basically 3.5 hours. These ribs were done. Probably averaged 275 or so. It's a pretty quick cook. No complaints there. I'm looking forward to definitely trying a few things out in there other than ribs. Work my way up to a brisket for sure. But we'll see what else we can get going on there for the next cook. I'm excited. If you guys have any ideas of what I should attempt on there next, please leave it down in the comments, and we'll see what we can come up with. But I do thank you guys for sticking around for this kind of special, if you will, first cook on the Bulldog offset smoker. I enjoyed it a ton. Definitely more work than the other grills, like I said, but well worth it. It was fun. I enjoy it for sure, and look forward to more content there. But like I said, thanks for sticking around. Appreciate it. If you like this video, you want to stick around for more, please hit that subscribe button. Like it. I do appreciate it. And don't forget to get out there and grill up some goodness for yourselves. Cheers.